Well, we had a normal pregnancy. Everything was working perfectly. And then after delivery, we had a long delivery, but not unusually long for a first one. And it was shortly after delivery, they noticed something was not quite right. He was having seizures, and about an hour after we got back to our room, they were calling in doctors, and they put him in the NICU, the neonatal intensive care, and did an abundance of tests. I wanted to know, tell me now what it's going to be like. I want to know. And it's just, you know, you're just going to have to wait 2 years. Well, he has an IEP for physical therapy and occupational therapy and speech, but to see him, you would not suspect anything had ever happened, a traumatic birth. He's definitely, he's an active little guy. He likes to talk. Getting him to stop talking is the feat. You know, if you were to see him, on the street, you would not be aware of anything.
Really started in 1942 when a group of Kiwanians realized that there needed something to have the Kiwanians in Carbondale, in Chicago, or in Davenport, and over into Danville, having something in common. In 1952, they then decided to start an aspect of medical research, which they could afford, they felt, and they thought some area that was not being addressed at the present time. And one of those was spasticity. Spasticity was a neurological disorder, and we had a young medical man at Northwestern University and working at Children's Memorial Hospital, Dr. Louis Amador, and Dr. Louis Amador agreed to be our medical director, which he has been ever since. So now we continue to call it proudly the Spastic Paralysis Foundation, and then with the aspect of doing neurological research.
Because the foundation funds research into any aspect of the central nervous system, it's made an impact in a tremendous number of areas. It has funded research in cerebral palsy, spina bifida, Alzheimer's, brain imaging, Down syndrome, and Fragile X, which is a leading cause of inherited mental retardation. The sort of people who are working on the foundation are nothing short of geniuses, and their work proves this point. The foundation has funded doctors like Dr. Humberto Fernandez Moran, who developed the diamond-edged scalpel, which doctors around the world today use to remove as little as 1/1,000,000th of an inch of something with. Dr. Janet Rowley at the University of Chicago has won the Lasker Prize and the National Medal of Science for her work, and she's working to hopefully be able to predict and then also hopefully prevent future pathological conditions, such as Down syndrome, by studying chromosome abnormalities. Another researcher, Dr. McClone, does outstanding work in spina bifida and has played a leading role in the campaign to ensure that pregnant women have enough folate in their diet. We also have clinical doctors like Dr. Morgan, who works with children who were born prematurely. He compares the size of some of the children that he's been able to save as being about the same size of a jar of peanut butter. What is outstanding about the structure of the foundation is that it's something that Kiwanis, Circle K, and Key Club are all able to work together on. Representatives from Circle K and Key Club are able to participate as equal members on the foundation board, and that's a real honor and privilege for our organizations.
Well, it's important to us because it helps support the work that we do. It helps support our ability to follow children, monitor them carefully, and provide them with not only the treatment that they need, but also provide their families with valuable guidance to help them understand what's wrong with the children and what kinds of things are available. It also helps those children who are normal, because those parents are very anxious regarding their children, and it lets them know that things are progressing properly. This is the only follow-up program that I know that is supported through a private foundation like the Spastic Paralysis Foundation.
We appreciate what you've done for us. It's important to our children, our fellow Americans. What we're doing in this country is being exported around the world and will ultimately make a difference for all of the children of the world, that we will understand this disease process, and we may soon be able to talk about things like eliminating this, that we won't see this problem in children anymore. So again, on behalf of the families, the children, and myself, we thank you.